I am Eliud Kipchoge, and I believe in the run.
So today we're talking with Eliud Kipchoge, the greatest marathoner of all time, and the subject of the new film, Kipchoge, The Last Milestone, which documents his life, training in the INEOS 159 challenge, where he became the first human ever to break 2 hours in the marathon. Eliud, it's great to have you here today.
Thank you.
And I'm going to kick it over to Thomas for the first question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so in watching this movie, we learned something a little bit different than we've seen in other documentaries. And that's that you grew up without a father. And, we kind of start your childhood. And we were wondering, a little bit why that was a decision to include that into the film and how that affected your trajectory as a young runner and your development growing up.
Thank you for your question. I think that one also contributed a lot to my working hard. When you have less attention, not like other people, then you need to work extra. But all in all, I don't complain because I was taken care of, and that's why I am here now. But I still advocate and believe that working hard is the only way to achieve more in this world.
Yeah, and I know that in the film, your coach, Patrick Sang, is mentioned a lot, and I know you looked up to him as a runner during your development. And maybe you could talk about how he helped kind of form you as a runner during your career.
I met Patrick Sang 18 years ago, and I actually met in the village because we come from the same village. And he used to provide me the program and the facilities. But after 1 year, then I actually joined the camp in where Global Sports Communication is situated now in Kaptagat, and received many advices as coaching advices, life advices, business advices. So Patrick has really been a real pillar in my life as far as sport is concerned, as far as social life is concerned, as far as anything else, even business-wise, is concerned. So it's a strong pillar, and I can say I'm lucky to have met him. It was my way is actually is going on in a positive way, and he has actually taught me many values which actually I used to handle life.
Did any of the training that you did for the INEOS program and breaking the 2-hour marathon, how did that play into going into the Tokyo Olympics, and how was that part of, do you feel like it gave you confidence in the Olympics? Like, how did that play into your overall?
I think training actually towards 159 challenge in 2019 contributed a lot, especially after breaking the 2-hour barrier. It's now the mind is clear that you can actually do anything provided you set your goal, you focus on, you truly work on it and prepare well, then you can do it. So towards Tokyo 2020, then I had a huge belief that if I train well, then my results will be good at the end of the marathon.
Yeah, and I think we saw that, especially in Tokyo, when you start to pull away as everyone else's paces slowed down, yours actually went up. And it looked a lot like the graph from the INEOS challenge, where you're running 14, 10, 5K paces throughout the race. And then towards the end there, you just ramped it up into the 13s. Really, it looked like you followed a pattern there. This documentary, we've already seen it. It's pretty awesome. We're super excited that we get to host
the premiere.
Yeah, the premiere.
The North American premiere.
Yep, here in Baltimore. And so I guess one of the things we want to ask you is, what do we get to see in this film that we didn't get to see in some of the other films or documentaries or things on YouTube that we've seen already?
This film is really important. This film is really unique. As the first thing is that you can see what has been happening behind the scenes, because everybody knows that from 2019 that breaking a 2-hour barrier is no longer actually something to be discussed. This is true now because I performed well and I broke the 2-hour barrier. But you will see more what we have been doing for 5 months. especially in Kenya, as far as training is concerned, the whole dedication. And above all, at the last day when I was running, you can see how history was made. So this is a unique film ever, whereby you can see what the kind of hard work I used to put in for 5 months. You can see how the team, actually, my teammates were trained together, the team of management, the team of coaches, the team of global sports communication, the team of INEOS who organized the race on 12 of October 2019. So you can see actually that teamwork plays a big role, and you can see how knowledge was being exchanged between the technical team, which actually played a big role as far as organization is concerned. So it's a huge and a unique film, which actually I trust it will turn around the thinking of all the human beings. Above all, this film actually is telling people that no human is limited. And it's a unique film because it tells everybody, especially in every profession, not even running. And even in running, then all the sports actually should not have limitations. And even all the social runners should actually set their own targets, beat the targets. And above all, this film is telling every human being in this world, every human family, to run and make running a family lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the biggest takeaways I got from the film, was definitely how many people were involved in your accomplishment and how many people helped lift you up and take you through. Seeing your teammates work with you, seeing the Nike team work with you, seeing the INEOS team put everything together. There were so many people that wanted to see you succeed, and it was amazing for you to take that pressure and that time and turn it into diamonds. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed watching that part in the film.
Yeah, and I mean, one of my favorite parts in the film was just when you finally broke the 2-hour mark. You know, back in Kenya, they were watching it on the big screens in the bars and the restaurants and everywhere. And I'm not gonna lie, I got teared up.
Yeah, a little choked up. Yeah,
I was starting to get choked up seeing everyone just like going crazy and cheering.
The entire world seemed to be cheering.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
and I love that the film captured like all those different perspectives. So what was it like for you to go back to Kenya after you broke the 2-hour marathon?
To go back to Kenya after actually breaking the 2-hour barrier was really something else. I can't describe it. But if you see the happiness whereby nearly the whole citizens of Kenya actually was having in their faces was really unique, and it was really important. And I'm happy that 80% of the population in Kenya watched the race. 80% of the population in Kenya sit down for 2 hours and watch.
1 hour and 59 minutes.
Yes. So it was an important event, and I'm happy that I inspire 80% of the population, which now I think it's about 100% because everybody's still talking of 159 challenge.
One thing that I thought was interesting is the way that you kind of position yourself. Like, I know running is your paintbrush, it's the way that you create art, but what you're really trying to accomplish is something bigger than running. And I think that it's, you say no human is limited. We talk about peace coming through running. We talk about the world coming together through running. Do you feel that running is your way of bringing something special to this world beyond running?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. I believe and I trust that running actually will make me give out a message to whole human family, to all people in the world about running, about living together, about associating together, about actually making running a family lifestyle and kicking out other diseases. And you know, when sport is there and when running is there, then peace is there in the world. So it's running according to me is what actually will take me places and enable me to give out a positive message to the youth and children and all the human beings in this world.
Yeah, and you talked about the youth and the children, and I kind of wanted to know when you're back in Kenya, and obviously running was a huge part of your childhood, and looking up to your idols and seeing them run, and then them mentoring you along the way. And I kind of wondered how you give back to your community. I know you have a charity and things like that. And as far as the running, how that works when you're back home.
When I'm back at home, actually, we normally keep back to the society. I'm building a huge library in my home area now.
Oh, wow.
A very huge one, which can accommodate 500 students.
Wow.
The real library to actually put books, and the students actually will be able to access the resources. On the other hand, where I'm training in Kaptagat, I'm conserving the environment. I've adopted 130 acres of the forest to plant trees, to plant indigenous trees as one way of actually helping climate change. So it's one way of giving back to the societies through education and through conservation of the environment, and that's what I'm doing.
We're also huge shoe nerds, as you may or may not know, and we noticed that Alphafly for breaking the 159, and we went Vaporfly in Tokyo. What went into your choice there between the two shoes? Like, why did you choose Vaporfly over the Alphafly for the marathon at the Olympics?
The two shoes actually are good. You can differentiate the benefits, but all in all is that I just feel like I should run on Vaporfly in Olympics and just feel how it is, because I've been training with Alphafly for a very long time and competing on it. And I felt that, hey, let me try to change in Olympics and run on Vaporfly. But all in all, the two shoes are really great, and you can't compare with other shoes at all.
In the Olympics,
yes.
How hard were you really trying?
Sorry?
How hard were you really trying at the end?
You made it look easy.
Yeah, it looks very easy to you.
It wasn't really easy, but I'm happy that my fitness actually was in a good level during the Olympic Games. So I felt good enough to really maintain the real pace and the right pace to defend my title. So I had a lot of energy that day.
It looked like you had a lot.
It looks like we're running out of time. So I wanted to ask one last question. You called this the last milestone. It's the last milestone because we talked about Roger Bannister breaking the 4-minute mile. We talk about breaking the 2-hour marathon. But what's next for you as milestones? What can we expect coming out of Eliud Kipchoge next?
For now, I want to enjoy the Olympic gold medal actually by relaxing. I want to enjoy watching the film after the release. So it's two things together before I actually plan for another big haul. But for now, I want to enjoy the gold for Olympics. I want to enjoy the film, still watch every now and then. I want to enjoy the film and hear the feedback from the people around the world, which actually they are watching it.
Yeah, well, we definitely enjoyed watching the film. We can't wait to share it with our audience here.
Yeah.
You brought a ton of joy to us, and I could watch. You could just have an Eliud channel that just follows you around
just
all
a
day,
camera following you around.
We'll just watch that. So think about it.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
Congratulations, and we're looking forward
Thank you very much.
We're looking forward to 2024 when you get that third gold medal.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
All right. You have a good evening.
Take care.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, and please keep running.